Hello, this is a little short video of how I organized my little toddler's room. I have a 3-year-old, he's a little over 3, and 3 and a couple months, and a 6-month-old who the 3-year-old is part-time at a Montessori school, so that's where he's right now, and my 6-month-old is napping. And so this is the room I've set up, and we have other stuff over here out of the way. I have bins that I keep all of our supplies in, and everything has a Montessori feel to it, so it's Montessori-inspired. But I just love keeping it real neat and organized, and it's not always like this. But keeping it like that really is helpful, I think, for a toddler, so they have a sense of organization themselves, and it's really fun. You know, at night when they've gone to bed, and you take everything, put it in the closet somewhere, put it all away, and bring out new stuff that they haven't seen in a while, and then just to watch them come into the room, and just it's so fascinating to see what things they grab first and what they want to play with. So it teaches you a lot about what they're interested in, and some stuff you'll find they never, you know, I might put it away after a week or two, and they've never touched it. He's never gone to play with it, and so that tells me a lot too about what he's interested in. So it's kind of like this interesting exercise for me. So I tried this new thing. I put out just a paper for him to play with, and I have these crayon blocks, and he called them Legos. And so I just thought I'd try a different type of writing instrument or drawing instrument for him. So he just picks them up and draws with them, and he's not grabbing a crayon or pencil yet, you know, with the pincher's grip, not the correct grip yet. So everything that we're focusing on, you'll see, has a focus of fine motor skills, just to continue to build up those muscles. So he'll learn to start writing soon. So these, we got them on Etsy, at a Montessori Etsy store, and these are just wood blocks, and you can play tic-tac-toe, so you can do math. And also just the whole, idea of him picking these up and putting them nice and neatly in a row is also fine motor skills, but math and games. We're starting to play games recently. These are 2 games we've picked up for my toddler. Eric Carl, the Very Hungry Caterpillar game, and Chicka Boom Boom, it's a bingo game. So he starts to get the idea of playing games. I always have like a little basket of little miniature cars. That's his favorite type stuff. So, but those are up top. He can't reach that yet. So for fine motor skills, we have a top. And he grabbed that first. That was the very first thing he grabbed off the shelf. He hadn't seen that in a really long time, and he thought that was awesome. He got a little frustrated with it, but then eventually got the hang of it. Little top, starts twisting. This is an activity. I've shown this before, but he's really trying to, one of the last things as far as getting dressed and undressed he's working with is buttons. I know buttons seems to be the hardest thing for him, so we've been practicing buttons. These are erasers, and he's just going to, put them in their spot and kind of do a line of them. We count, and it's just kind of a fun activity as far as matching. Okay, another fine motor skill. We have bingo chips, you put them inside. I made a little slit at the top, and he really has to push real hard to get it in there. Put it in, and he likes to take off the top and take them all out. This is just my chai, an old chai can. And then this is kind of practical life-ish type skills. So I don't have anything in here, but sometimes he'll ask me to put something in there, like sand, and then I'll let him shake it out. But he can just kind of open and close this. He might say he wants to play with this, and I'll fill it up with water for him. He grabbed this too. He just loves to open and close this. You can get cleaning the little straws or anything to put in there, and in the little holes too. That's a fun game. So this is a car or a truck that his grandparents had given him, and we sat down together and we were talking about unscrewing things and screwing it back in. So he was doing a lot of fine motor skills, and there's a tool also to use, but just taking his finger and twisting them on and off. was really helpful for fine motor skills. And for some reason he wanted to do this together. He wasn't too interested in it until we were doing it together, and then he was really, thought it was great. As far as like language, vocabulary, just fun, I have these felt pieces and he just can put them out. And he just plays with them by himself sometimes, and then sometimes we'll talk about them together. We'll do stories. This is a felt board. You do a story about him. You talk about what the letters they start with, the sounds they make at the beginning or the end of the word. And then sometimes we'll do kind of like a logic memory where I'll put 3 or 4 in order and then, you know, mix them up and then ask, okay, which one came first? And so those are different games you can play with that. And this is another thing, the little doll he grabbed right away. So since we have a 6-month-old, I have all these clothes over here. And he grabbed this and brought this into where my husband and I were sitting and asked for help getting him dressed and changing him and having him go to the bathroom. So it's a unisex doll, but we call it Baby Isaac. So he named him and he takes care of him. So really fun when you have a 6-month-old. So they like to be able to do baby stuff too. And then we just have extra stuff that we'll probably have out to play with at some point. Just letters, and we'll match them up. And we always count and sort. And he likes to just talk to we talk to each other with the giraffes. Got music out, shapes and math. We can either sort them, or sometimes I'll put it out and I'll make a shape. And then I'll ask him, you know, I'll do that or something. I'll say, okay, now you do it too. And he puts it out and tries to match my shapes and make them look the same. So, and then we always have chalk out, and he can draw and then wipe it off. I just drew this big circle just to like blow his mind. Who drew? He'll come in and say, who drew that? Me. And then other stuff we just always have out. And then we always, you know, are displaying different artwork and things like that. So keep it nice and simple. That's what we got on our shelf this week.